Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is the Mad Chemist Church, or Church McGurch, depending on where you know me from, and welcome to Madman Reviews. Today I'll be back to my normal sandbox survival games, where I did a kick of the Metroidvania, because I got a bunch of them in a humble bundle, and I played through them all. Had a really good time, good games, super short in comparison to some other Castlevania, Metroidvania style games. But we're back, and today we're taking a look at Wildmender. So I've already beaten this game. I haven't really played it with other people. I kind of do these games solo first, and then if I think I could bring it to my friends group, I go and I play it with my friends group. So I'll be looking at we'll be looking at what I've done and kind of like exploring the game, kind of like looking around and just giving you kind of like what I thought, what I think, what I've built, and then just kind of give you an overview. I don't like to go too much into spoilers. I don't really like to do clips and stuff because I feel like that spoils the game for people. Me personally, I like to see what I can do with the game rather than what I could do. And that's what a lot of reviews are. They're a lot of what you could do rather than what you can do. So we're starting, this is kind of like your main base. There's no real structures or buildings. You can put up walls, and these walls are really good to prevent structures and plants from taking damage from either the raids. You get raided by the enemies of this game, which are these like little ghouly shadowy ghouly things, and sandstorms. So just like think games like, can I sleep? Can I sleep to get rid of this weather effect? Rest until dusk. Okay, I guess it's dawn. That's why it looks so weird. It's dawn, so you get kind of this hue, this haze. There goes all the mana. So there's no real structures. There's really like no building. There's no like building a house. You can build gardens and other little things and kind of make like pathways and walls to protect from sandstorms. And like Conan Exiles, the sandstorm comes through and it actually will kill you if you get stuck out in it, and it'll damage the plants if you don't have like a wall blocking it. I don't really know what the radius on the wall is. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, there's the Fey dragons. They call them spirit darters. Well, that's just a fairy dragon. This is one of the main guys, one of the gods. You can talk to him and get quests. But the whole thing is, I don't know the radiuses on the walls to protect the plants, but you can like wall off certain things that you know might actually get destroyed by the sandstorm. So if you're trying to protect something. So this game is a lot of Animal Crossing, where you kind of take plants of different colors or names. Like you can see red, purple, white, sky, which is just light blue, pink, orange, periwinkle. I forgot one of them was periwinkle. And then black, but they call it tainted. But technically it's just a black version of the flower. And then you can combine them all together and you can get different colors, like I believe the orange. I don't know where my yellow is. Yellow over there. So like the yellow, red, gets you like purple, pink, and orange by putting different ones together. And when you go to plant them, they have a certain radius, and if something's within that radius, there's a chance that either one of those two things, when they go to bloom or sprout, like you can see right here, I can take this, it'll drop it on the floor, and there's a good chance that whatever color these would make, if they were like right next to each other, like I made a blue because normally you only get sky, so you have to breed the blue. And you don't normally get the periwinkle, you have to breed the periwinkle. But you can then pick that up. It's the menu. Go here and then see what it does. Fresh periwinkle, colorful flower by the ancients. It tells you you can eat it for 2 food, 3 spirit, and then its integrity. Things do decay over time, so it's kind of one of those, you gotta be careful. This one tells you it gets you 1 food, 1 mana, and it poisons you for 6, and it's at 90%. Then there's these structures you can find. Ancient Worker Bee Sigil. Pretty much all it really does is store the mana, this stuff you kind of see here. And the mana is basically used to cast spells or revitalize things or get items like these Spirit Darters. If you talk to them, you can create these life sparks. As you can see, it takes essence. Essence is the purple stuff kind of floating around. So you can see all kind of different plants. These are, they call them thorn tails, but this is obviously aloe vera. So this is your main tree. As you can see, I've completed the game. So my main tree looks pretty wicked. You know, here, this is where all your water comes from. Tells you how much water, how little water you can put out, or you want out. In case you kind of want like a smaller water pool or larger, you can make well stones that you can then take and go way far away from here and put one down. Some more fresh ancient acorn. And you can put like this wellstone here, and then you're surrounded. You can make your own little area far away from where you normally are. So ancient worker bee. You can see up in the up top left is your health, your mana, your essence, your food, and your water. So there's a bit of management. So I see I have my jade bottle, max bottle, press Q, I drink it. If I wanted to pour something to water something, pour it on there. Fill, walk up to some water. Fill, not the person, the action. You also have other things like a sickle, this is to harvest. Spade, obviously. Dig things up. And you can terraform with it. The mirror, this is technically your weapon. You can protect yourself, you can shoot, and then there's a flashbang in case you get surrounded. Umbrella, this is pretty much just kind of like, oh, oops, I fell, early level stuff. Memory Seed, this is kind of like one of the magic things that allows you to cast spells that stick around for a little while. Where you have a vine, where you can climb something you normally couldn't climb, you can now climb this up it faster. A root, you can now walk across the gap. And then a flower path. For a certain amount of time, you will leave behind you a trail of flowers. And these flowers will last for several minutes. It's a decent amount of time. And then if you get lost or something, you can... Or if you're trying to do some landscaping, and you want to do it like this, like a river or something, you can set it out the way you want it. And for the next couple minutes, you can just follow these flowers, and as soon as you're done with it, you turn it off, and there's no more. It's a really neat thing. Then we have the next thing. This is a fissure. This will actually dig. I'm not going to do it because it actually does terraform the land quite a bit. Uplift, as obviously it uplifts the ground. An earthquake, obviously, sounds what it does. It causes an earthquake. Let's go back to that. The earthquake I can do because that doesn't really do too much damage to the surroundings. It will level a place out, as well as you can see this place was all kind of up wherever that ring was. It's now complete. This is kind of why I didn't want to do it anywhere near my main area. Like, look at that. That's... So if you're looking to flatten out an area real quick, the time needle, you can speed up time, slow down time, or it's like, say you're about to fight something or go into something and you know you're about to die, you can... Whoop! Oh look! I'm right back here where I was. speed up time, just try not to stand in it. You can slow down time. This is the one I'd say to stand in if you have to. But this is more for like growing plants and dealing with other things. Slowing down time actually does affect your stats, and speeding up time does affect your stats. So if you need to heal real quick, you can stand in the fast time, but it'll take away from your water and your food. You can slide down hills. All plants give you essence. All well springs and other things give you, and like these ancient bee workers, they collect essence. So anytime you walk past them, if you're missing any, it'll fill it up. The Flame Talisman is exactly what it sounds like. It's just another way to clear out corruption and destroy things. So you get the Flamethrower, the Fireball, and then a Firestorm. And I believe that's it. So all these things are things that you're going to get throughout the game. And just kind of showing... You can see they're all made of star metal, so it's all the best you can get. These ancient bee sigils you find. You'll eventually find these frogs. What's amazing about these frogs, you bring them home, you feed them some stuff, and you can hug them, which we'll do a hug real quick. Give them a hug. You can find 3 of them. Unfortunately, 3 is just not enough. Because the other thing is once you upgrade them, they go from having, I think it's like 6, this 3 rows or 4 rows to this full thing, and then they'll walk around or hop around and they'll collect all the items that fall on the floor. And that way they're kind of like auto gatherers. There's only 3 of them, which unfortunately just isn't enough for like how much content there is in the game. You can put down these sigils. These sigils, basically when you craft one, have a variety of stuff you can choose from. And that'll depend on what they do. Like these ones are all upgraded flame sigils, so now they're searing flame. So if an enemy attacks and comes close, it'll shoot them and do damage. This is a root sigil. I don't believe there's an upgrade for this one. No. What this will do is once it's at full bore and full spread, it'll creep out, and everything within its range... I don't know if I can get the range. I'd have to pick it up. Oh yeah, there it is. So if anything within that circle, kind of when I highlight it, anything in that circle will share water. So this will pull water to itself if it's close to something. And then it'll give water to all these plants so that you don't have to plant them. Because if you notice, I have pretty much everything planted within this kind of, like you can see there's a shine. That shine basically means there's water and you don't have to physically go up and water the plant. Let's see, some mushrooms, different trees, different kinds of plants. The flowers are cool because of the fact that they do different colors, whereas the other plants do it just by name and very small detailed differences. Like some of them will just have a different leaf style or different leaf color. Some of them will just have a different trunk. Like this one has a different trunk. Patterning. I'm trying to see if I can highlight it. It's not working. So this one's a giant spindlewood tree. The only way to tell the difference between that and another one really is that it's like twice the size of this one, this is a normal tree. So this is the normal biome called a meadow. So you can see everything's nice and green and meadowy and light grass. There's all my spirit darters during the day. They kind of go transparent. There's another frog. All the different kind of water. You can build bridges across all the rivers so that you're not constantly jumping or, moving around. So the map, I pretty much have everything unlocked. I've beaten the game. I need to eat something before I die. There really is no food crafting in this game. You just kind of eat the stuff that drops, is like the biggest thing here. Let me find... I have some in my inventory. Why don't I just go to that? As food gets spoils, that's another thing. As food spoils, it gets less nutrients, less water, and some will actually poison you as soon as it gets to a certain percentage of spoiling. So all these different things come from different... Most of these come from different biomes, but since this is kind of like my main base, I've brought everything over to here. So I have all these different kinds of plants. Mistberry bush, some glowing ancient glow sticks, some witchwood trees. So you don't harvest anything like stone or metal or any of that, you dig it out of the ground. And then when a sandstorm comes by, it'll actually knock... I just heard, yep. That was a scout. That was a scout guy here. Some umbrellas. You can grow the umbrellas and you can breed. You can get different breeds of umbrellas. Oh, the umbrella mushrooms. There's also these little root beard fungus, so you can also grow mushrooms. Not just normal plants. Let's go back. Standard inventory, different sorts. Your gear on the left. Gear is pretty much cosmetic only. There's not much that does anything for you. As you can see when I highlight them, there's nothing. The only thing that really kind of does something for you are your rings. You can have up to 3 once you unlock them, and so far most of them have a durability, so it's kind of use it till you lose it. Whereas this is an upgrade ring, has no durability, but allows me to hold more in my inventory, and I can pick up large trees, but you get hungry faster, so there's a trade-off. Plants, ancient worker bees. Now there's also normal worker bees, which over time will not only collect essence, these ones will, yes, these ones will collect essence, but you can collect honey from them. As you can see, little bees floating around. They'll actually go out to plants and pollinate, which does speed up which does speed up the, what is it called? Harvest in time and harvest yield. So you can see this one has a harvest in 122 in-game hours, harvest yield at 225%, so there's a 225%, there's a good chance I'll get 2 or 3. Plant is mature, soil quality, meadow thriving, and then all the other kind of things. It's enjoying the shade, the humidity is damp, 10%. Harvested, meaning it's been harvested already and you can't harvest it yet again. And it's tired, meaning the plant has been harvested like 4 or 5 times. And there's different things you can do, like refresh, a little bit of essence, a little bit of fertilizer, you get rid of the tired. Song of Growth that allows you to sing. And that'll actually speed up the harvest time and the harvest yield. There's Hibernate, which you have the skill that'll allow the plant to basically hibernate, go to sleep, so that it's no longer producing, it's no longer... time is no longer ticking away on it, in case, like, it's something rare and you want to keep, but you don't want it to just continuously produce and produce and produce and eventually die. There's no real dying, it becomes exhausted and it just kind of sits there and takes up space. There's another ability that allows you to basically, anything you've bred already, or anything you've found, you can come and just change it to that. So if I wanted to, I could turn this sky into a yellow or a white or a blue. The only one you can't do that, you can't turn that to is the tainted, because these are special ones where you have to go to a enemy infested area and dig those out. But they all have just different color. They're just a different color. Like you can see, the leaves are like a purple red, like a dark red purple color, and the petals are like a purple black. So now we have our structures, our lean-to, which is technically our bed, our chests, which are amazing because as soon as you craft one, you go to crafting, and as long as you have the stuff in your inventory, because this is not a craft from chest game, this is you have to have it in your inventory. But you upgrade the chest through here. These are large, so you start with a normal one, you can upgrade it to large, and then you can upgrade it to a big or a normal preserving basket with those items. Now that I have the wall here, I'm not afraid of my chest getting damaged, but it's just nice because you put the lean-to on it and it'll actually protect the chest. This is the first set of armor I made. Like I said, it's just cosmetic. Different items you can get. You can eat this stuff and it'll poison you, but it'll also give you essence back, salt, keys to open chests that you find that are locked. Different things. So then also one of the cool things is you can leave stuff out in the sun and it'll dry it. Dry stuff takes away water but gives you food. They can also be crafted with, so you don't have to worry about the stuff spoiling. Honey obviously never goes bad. But you can also use this stuff, and then you can find these things called festival cakes, which are always good. They take away 10 water, but they give you 20 food, so it's super good. But you can use these to craft, you can eat these, and these will always be there, whereas like all the other stuff just vanishes over time. You can hold different items. I want to rest. Speaking of the bees, there's also the worker bee, there's a soldier bee. And what the soldier bee will do is it will stun enemies so that they won't attack, so you can get to them, or they won't attack you, one or the other. Your crafting bench, this is pretty much just to craft things like rings. I guess the only thing you can really craft, there's items you can throw, like the grasping seed and the blazing seed. Other potions, I guess you can craft the festival cakes. Trickster Street treat. More potions. This is also where you'll upgrade your tools. As you can see, I've already upgraded my tools. I don't know where he's at. He always moves around and he's kind of hard to find. But there's the pangolin burrow. You can summon him to this for 10 essence. Then you can give him treats and he'll dig up rare resources for you. Compost bin, obviously, for fertilizer, and it's a good way to get rid of all your extra stuff that you just don't have a need for. This is your ancestral altar. All it does is the way to get skill points is you have to go find your ancestors and then complete a small quest or side quest for them, or give them an item, and they give you points. This you can use to use essence, and it'll point one out on the map. And then you can also make this tea. It allows you... It gives you a little bit of boost on certain things and makes like the dealing with the ancestors a little less harsh, like essence-wise. Loom, just making gear. It's cosmetic, so if you want to look like a librarian, you can look like a librarian. You want to look like a druid, you can look like a druid. I personally like the fisherman outfit. So I have the fisherman outfit. Grassy pants was kind of cool. Gardener stuff, librarian. Your main crafting is through your inventory, though. C to craft, and that's where you can get your lean-to, your workbench, purifying, worker, soldier, compost, storage, loom, your sigil, your walls, your gate, your planter. The planter's good for taking it to another spot where you're not close to water. Path, bridge, like I was saying, you can build a bridge. Statue base, lights, and then the pangolin burrow. So that covers the main base area. The next thing... oh yeah, the flight... like I was saying, the flame sigils. I have another sigil out here. Oh no, it got destroyed. Oh no. I had another sigil out here that was a sun sigil. And basically all the sun sigil does is it reduces how much water you lose and how harsh the sun is while you're in its area of effect. I guess during the final battle I lost it. It got destroyed. You can see your map, backpack, your journal. You can see I have a bunch of quests to talk and to basically complete these little things, leave an offering at this guy. And then, of course, this is kind of like a main quest after quest. Like, I've beaten the game, but now they want you to go around and basically restore all of the old shrines. And it's just a grind slog. It is insane what it takes to just make one item. And if you have, like, a bunch of this stuff, you could probably get through it pretty quickly. But it's not something that I'm like, I'm not a grinder, I'm gonna go out, kill things, and tame stuff. Another thing you get from completing one of the other gods' statues is you get the ability, you can also jump, you get the ability to kind of glide in the beginning, and then as you upgrade and as you do things, you get more of an ability to not so much fly as propel yourself while gliding. And you can see it eats up your mana, which is the purple diamond. And now that I have this, I can actually get through the world pretty quickly. Before, it was terrible because there's no sprint. You're always this speed. You can hold down shift and you can like slide down slopes, but like when you're running up a slope, what are you gonna do? Once you have enough items, you can eventually unlock upgrade points, or not upgrade points, waypoints, which is what I'm on, Oasis Gate. But still, there's some that are a pain in the ass. Memories are what you unlock by talking to the ancestors, and you can get all these different things. I can see I almost have all of Arcane done. I have one left, takes 8 memory points. After a cycle of life, plants directly create hybrid seeds, so I can force seeds. Survival, this is where you do all your building, upgrade all your tools. I'm missing like wind-powered water pump, advanced structures with rare materials, craft rarest, strongest trinkets, kind of stuff where I've already beaten the game, what's the point? This is where you can kind of get the best stuff for the items you have, and a bee statue, serpent statue. Basically, these are the final upgrades. You spend the points, you get them, and then just extra little things to help you as a gardener. Secrets, these are the little unlocks you get just for playing the game and finding these little monuments and stuff. Guidance, these are all the skills you get from the gods, and you get pretty much through progressing the story. Last but not least is the map. As you can see, enemies are these seas, so I haven't quite cleared out the map. There's other locations. There's a fifth god, the altar of Arax, Temple of Nanya. Oops, I close that. Sturge, Soft, Oros. Yep, Wraiths will attack soon. That means I'm about to get attacked. Temple of Gleb. So when this pops up, oh! Yeah, so there's like a scout, and if you don't dispatch him quick enough, he'll mark your location, and you'll get that. Wraiths will attack soon. I usually try to stay far away from my base when that happens. So these little blue things are teleports. The little slabs with a diamond are main bases, or not main bases, places where water will come out. So say if I go to this one, I've already done this area with the purifying flame, which is what the after the game quest is. And all it does is it turns all this area back green without you physically having to do anything, and it removes the water requirement for plants. So like none of these guys have a water requirement now. Sandstorm has gone through, it looks like. You can water them. I don't know if they will die again. I've had these ones up for quite some time. I haven't really messed with them. Here's one of those graves, but I've already done it. These ones have been up for quite some time. They're probably just now starting to die. I don't really see... I purified it. I could move this water around and try to get it and put wellstones and other things down. See, I'm getting all my essence back. But that's not my style of gameplay. You can see here's another well. I can expand it, how big it is, more wellstones for more water, and then I can awaken it to make it look like the other one that you guys previously saw. And then you can pretty much teleport to all the different temples. So I'll show you guys. They're not that impressive. Like, you can tell these devs wanted to make a decently well-working game. You can see there's a dead tree over there at night. You can kind of see them. They're different colors. As this game is visually stunning in a way, but as it goes, this is one where you can get these bless drops, which help flames, which restore, and then that flame talisman that you saw, you can enhance it to do more damage. That's why it said +5. So as visually stunning as this game is, and as nice as this game is, it's still very plain. Like, the only kind of creatures in this game are the frogs and the spirit darters, and that's it. There's not really anything else in this game. Let's see if I go to... I think it's this one. So there's not a lot of variety, there's not a lot of... After the first couple hours, you're just like, I've already done this. I'm just kind of redoing this, but now I'm redoing it with... Like, this is kind of my other area. This is my mountain biome that I kind of half put together because I was, like, bored. Poor soil, create an alpine mother. I think this is, yep, this is my alpine mother. Makes a, what's it called? Alpine quality. It's, you know, I got some stuff in here. A lot of dead stuff. Dry seed because it got left out in the sun. Pretty much the vast majority of things are dead until you... Oh yeah, that's another thing, you can climb in this game. So, no worrying about having to jump or do something. You can just climb right up a mountain until you run out of food, and then you start dying, or water, and then, yeah, and then you start dying. And then different areas make your stats drop differently. Like, I'm in the mountains, so I get hungrier faster because it's colder. High altitude, cold. And I believe it's this one. This is the other biome you can get, or one of the other biomes you can get. Another thing is it does load in pretty slowly. That tree's dead. There's one of the monuments that you can collect. That tree's dead. Still trying to figure out why those trees died. These, and these, when you make them create Grove Mother, turns the soil to Grove. That was another thing at the main base. It's like a sunburst tree. You can turn it into a mother, which makes the meadow. You can see, and then there's usually poisonous gas, so you put the purifying totems down to purify everything. More stones. This stuff is corruption, which I believe you can't burn it away, you can't really remove it. There's like a red kind of corruption that you can remove. This area also gets attacked quite a lot because of where it's at. There's like roaming patrols. And then gets this. This is the fourth and the other biome. This is actually one I worked on quite a bit. Once it loads in, this is one of my favorites because I like the way the trees look. I like the more marshy kind of looking trees, the weeping willows. So this is one, as you can see, marsh thriving. So you get all this kind of marshland stuff, and this is where you get the mist berries. There's something trying to fight me. I can hear battle music. Oh no. There it goes, it disappeared. Now, I have a sweet marshberry. That's a new one. Dead fungus, marsh dune grass, dead marshberry, and this one, I believe these are the mother witchwood tree. So, in a nutshell, that's it. There's no real, like, when you go to craft the potions and stuff, or you go to craft items, it pretty much just says any. There's only a handful of things. Let's see, trying to get it to go down there, so I could expand down this way. There's another one. I've already completed this one. You can tell because there's no glow in it. There's also these random structures that you'll find. You'll find chests in them. This is also the salt, like Dead Sea salt sand areas, so you lose a lot of water here quickly. Yeah, there's a chest I opened. Some of these chests will be sealed, some of them won't be. That's when you need the key. And then up top here, this is what the final boss. I'm not going to go over there because that's spoiler territory, and I really don't want to get into that. But that's pretty much it. There's not really any more to the game. Like I said, it's a fun game. The only issue is that it's lacking in diversity of creatures, diversity of environment, and diversity of, like, plants. It's really hard in the beginning to get started, but once you get things going, it just kind of, like, snowballs until it just gets kind of too easy near the end, where I was just kind of, like, walking through things, or I had thousands of another thing. But this game would definitely be more fun if you played it with friends. But that's where I'm going to leave it. This video's been really long because of how much content there is in the game. I have beat it. I'm waiting. I don't know if they are going to make more content, but we'll see. You also take pictures. But as for that, you know, this is where I'm going to end the video. This is a long, this is a long review, not typical of what I do for reviews. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if you've played this game and what you think of this game, or what you've done. And until next time, you be you, you stay you, and most importantly, adventure on.